Hey guys, we're back at it again with another Metro Exodus trailer breakdown. They just dropped a new trailer today. As of today's the 7th, they had the Game Awards today on a Thursday, which is weird. But I watched the Game Awards. I sat through the Game Awards because I saw a tease on Twitter from the official Metro page saying, "Hey, we're gonna drop some gameplay today. Tune into the Game Awards." And I said, "Okay, well, you know what? I have an hour left of work. I have to finish work strong, but I'm going to sit here and watch this trailer." And go from there, honestly. My phone just vibrated over there. So I watched the game. I watched the thing. I literally just finished it. It was 9:30 when I finished it, and that trailer came on, and I was hyped. So I am looking forward to breaking this down. Please know that my videos are unorthodox when it comes to breaking down stuff on trailers. I have no script or anything like that. It's all just off the top of my head and just kind of going through what I see. I'm going to be breaking this down into some little bits of detail. I've watched it twice, 3 times now, and we're gonna go from there. So let's go. Let's get it. Yes. 4A Games, the people that can do no wrong in my eyes, releasing my favorite game of the last generation, and now they're probably going to release my favorite game of this generation. You know what we're going to do, actually? We're going to extend this too. We're going to extend the screen over here. Let's go that way. Let's do that. All right, let's try this again. Inspired by the internationally best-selling novel Metro 2035 by Dmitry Glukhovsky. Metro 2033 was obviously inspired by Metro 2033, the book. Metro Last Light was inspired by Metro 2034, and now Metro 2035 is inspiring Metro Exodus. So we're gonna, obviously, if you read the books, you're probably gonna have a little bit more insight to what's going on in terms of where this is taking place, the time, all that fun stuff. So if you haven't read the books, I recommend you read them. You can get them in audiobooks as well. I have all 3 audiobooks. I haven't gotten back to reading them. I'm going to. I just haven't had time. My job takes up a lot of my time, but I will get back to reading those books as well. There's also some weird whispering. I just noticed that now there's some weird whispering in the background. Not the wind. I don't think it's wind. I think it's some weird whispering. I'm going to rewind a little bit. I honestly think there's some whispering going on, like the Dark Ones were in the first game. There was some whispering going on. They were talking to RTM, and just because he's not affected by the paranormal stuff, but you would hear the Dark Ones whispering to you. So I feel like that might be a little bit of a key there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it is just wind. I don't know. I'm very overanalyzing everything in this trailer, to be honest.
There's no one out there, RTM.
The person speaking right now is Anna. That's his wife or girlfriend in the previous games. They were started off as partners, and then they had a thing together, and now they have a kid. And our team is still very much alive, as confirmed by the last trailer, and now this trailer, even more confirming it. But our team is alive in this game.
No one to help us. No one to hear us.
Other important thing to mention, this is all in gameplay. This is in-game footage. This is not pre-rendered gameplay footage like it was in the last trailer. Parts of that might have been in-game, but I highly doubt it. It was just, I guess, a grab of what it would play like, I guess, in a way. But that was not representative of what's going to be going on in this game. It looks like this is all in-game. In fact, the character right here is obviously RTM. He's got all his gear on and everything on there as well.
If there was, don't you think we'd have found them?
The interiors are great. I feel like there might be a little bit of a hint. Throughout this trailer, they just keep hinting to the outside world. There's a little bit of gameplay on the underground, but for the most part, it's all up on the surface. And it's even more clued into you being on the surface for majority of the game just by the end of the trailer as well. Right before the title cut. It's just there's lots of hints saying, hey, we're going full on the surface gameplays, and it may not be, excuse me, it may not be open world as much as I want it to be open world. This is one of the few games where I want it to be open world. It might not be. I feel like it's going to be similar to Last Light, where it was just non-linear levels. It was just areas that you go through and you just kind of explore, and you can find different loot caches and different things to outfit your character, all that fun stuff. I also feel like the world, if it is open, is going to have hubs, not necessarily a full open world like, you know, The Witcher or like Fallout. I feel like there's going to be hub sections, and those portions are going to be open, like Shadow of War was. It's got different maps that are open, but they're all smaller segmented maps. Or like Destiny. Destiny has worlds that you go to, and they're all segmented maps that you go to.
This world is dying. We have...
Also, there's a better shot of it, but this is obviously the bastard gun making its return. It's the gun he carries out through the rest of the trailer. He's got a bastard gun. You can tell because the clip is right here. They load the clip of bullets right into this centerpiece, and it just kind of feeds through like a cartridge. He's got a suppressor on there as well, and obviously all his other gear as well. And then more of different environments in terms of the interiors of buildings you're going through. So it's like a house that's like tilted over, not a train, because there's like tile and stuff, and obviously shelves that give it away as it being like a house that's almost toppled over.
We have to accept it.
This is an awesome shot because it shows a large open city, and I feel like you can just kind of wander and just get lost and go through, or at least portions of it you can wander and go through. They just keep hinting at these with these wide shots of all these different areas that would make me think, hey, we're going open right now. We're going non-linear. We're going you make your own story kind of thing. You kind of just take it in your own direction. I feel like that's a very great idea for the Metro system, for the Metro series at least.
Only us. Why do you keep going up there? What are you hoping to find?
Also, she says, why do you keep going up there? What are you hoping to find? I feel like, exactly, I feel like you can go down underground or up above on the surface as much as you want. I feel like you can go as many times as you want on the surface to go get supplies or go discover different side quests or something, or different stories or whatever. I feel like you can definitely just explore as much as your heart's content. And she says, what are you hoping to find? I feel like you can just, literally, I feel like this is open world. They keep hinting at it. I could be entirely wrong. Again, this is all speculation, but I really hope I'm right, honestly. I really hope I'm right in that aspect. Like, I feel like this might be like a little side mission or side objective, or like, you know, collectible or whatever. You put up little radio towers or whatever to expand the map. I don't know, man. It could be doing the Ubisoft effect where they have like viewpoints, you know, or like radio towers or whatever, you know. I feel like this could be, you know, forays dipping into that kind of in that kind of mechanic.
Each time you go out there, I wonder if you'll ever return.
Exactly. And then they followed up with this shot. She says, I hope, you know, each time you go up there, I wonder if you'll ever return. I feel like, again, you go, then in Last Light and in 2033, especially in 2033, you did not go to the surface that much. In Last Light, you get with the surface a little bit more, but not as much as I feel like you're going to be out here. This could be just one level, honestly, but I feel like they're showing way too many different, like, interiors and exteriors to be one portion of this. I feel like this, again, up and down as much as you want. And then this is further proof right here, I feel. They show a little campfire. He's by himself. He doesn't speak. He doesn't speak. It's no dialogue with him, and there's no monologue with him. The only time you get a monologue is when you're loading in between chapters. So why would they show this shot of him sitting in a campfire if you're not going to be doing something like loading up your equipment to go back out, or doing something else along those lines, or outfitting your character, obviously outfitting our team with different attachments and weapons and stuff? I feel like why else would they have that other than you just, like, unless it's a cutscene. That's the only thing I can think of as a cutscene. Or, you know, this might be the only time where he actually speaks, but it's like him writing in a journal, and you're writing different hub zones or whatever about what your experiences are, what's going on. That'd be really sick. But I feel I am strongly leaning towards open world, and I'm going to repeat it over and over again each time I notice it. But yeah, let's keep going.
The Metro is all we have left, and I don't want to die here alone.
Oh, I guess I should go back a little bit, because there was a shot of the bastard gun, a better shot. Or maybe I was wrong. I think I was wrong. No, yeah, it's right there. Come on. Don't freeze up on me. What are you doing? There's a better shot of it, kind of. There should be another shot coming up of it, but that's right there as well, the bastard gun, because you can see the clip again right there.
Is all we have left. And I don't want to die.
Oh, there it is. There's the better shot. So, there's your bastard gun again. Suppressor or muzzle flash or something on there. Red dot sight. He's obviously got the gas mask and filter, so again, the world is still irradiated, too irradiated to not breathe. The air that's up there. He's got the compass on his wrist instead of it being in a journal, which was also in the trailer from E3. They showed a compass on his wrist instead of on the journal. So they're just kind of condensing everything to his wristwatch, and you'll see some more stuff in there that kind of leads to that theory as well.
I want to die here alone.
There's your Watchmen, also known as Nasilas. In the first game, they were called Nasilas. In the second game, they're called Watchmen. Other than that, they look like the same little gorilla, hairy wolf things that they've always been. He looks like a little chameleon with his eye. I like the amount of detail I said this in the other trailer. I like the detail they put into this game. Like, who is gonna look at the ears of this thing and see the friggin' tears they have sitting right there? Who's going to look at the teeth and see how rigid the teeth are and how messed up their mouth is? Or who's gonna look at the eyes and see that it looks like this bulging thing, basically? Who's gonna do that? Me, probably, honestly, to look at this detail. But honestly, I just think it's crazy how much effort and detail they put into this game. The other thing is, there's going to, in the first two games, there were sections where you would stealth through areas with humans, not so much with the beast. With the beast, it was kind of hard to do so. They would, they would walk past you for a few seconds, but as soon as, if one caught you, you were done. And it was virtually impossible to stay hidden from the beast. So maybe that's a feature you can do in this game. Maybe you can hide easier in this game from them. They can just kind of walk by as you sit there quietly waiting for them to go by. I think it'd be really cool to have a stealth mechanic involving the beast and not just the humans. Obviously, running into demons are going to be a little bit more difficult. Someone's blowing up my phone over there. Running into demons are going to be a little bit more troublesome because they pick you up and drop you off wherever they feel like, in on buildings or on snow or in water even. They'll drop you wherever they pick you up from. So I feel like you can hide better from other enemies, such as the Watchmen, and other enemies like the demons, not so much. Again, this is him going underground, because they're going to cut to a scene of him being underground from this shot right here. It's him going currently. So this may be a linear or non-linear level where he's just kind of ultimately getting to the goal of getting underground in this scenario, or it could be again open world. He's just going to the underground hub world or whatever. There's cobwebs in this game, so you get to burn down more cobwebs if you're a little lighter, as usual. This is what I was talking about, where they're condensing everything to the watch or to the wrist. This right here, I know you can kind of barely see it. I can't zoom in, otherwise I would. But there's a green, yellow, and red bar. You can go back and watch the trailer yourself, but there's a green, yellow, and red bar, and that's for pneumatic weapons. When you have a pneumatic weapon, you need to pump them to keep them effective in combat. And so in order to do so, you need to keep pumping it, and the green is obviously the most effective your weapon's going to be, and red is going to be very, very, very not effective. So it looks like it's going to be condensed onto that wrist as well. So you have your compass, you have your filter time right here on the watch, and then you have your pneumatic pump weapon here that'll show you how much you have in terms of, maybe it's for a flashlight as well, because you have to pump the flashlight too. So maybe it's for both pneumatic and flashlight, who knows. I can't tell what this weapon is. Even when I zoomed in, I see it might still be the bastard gun. I think it is, honestly, because they showed it throughout the trailer, and this seems like it's one continuous session of gameplay. So it's still probably the bastard gun. I just can't tell because it doesn't have the clip sticking out like it normally does. Flares. We haven't seen flares on our end. We haven't been able to hold flares. And then we have obviously the junction boxes, reminiscence of Metro 2034 or Metro Last Light and Metro 2033, the remastered edition. You have to charge up different junction boxes to power up the stations and open doors and whatnot and turn on lights. Lots of dead bodies. Now this also, now that I look at it, this might also be like him discovering the station where this train is. This train is obviously your base of your base of operations throughout the game. You just kind of, it looks like it's a hub world, honestly, because in the previous trailer there was a train that showed up with just duffel bags and suitcases and bags all strapped to the top of it, and they look like they're on the they're on the move, and they have also, with the title name Exodus, it's obviously like a journey. You're going on an adventure somewhere. It's an odyssey, if you will. Different. You're moving locations, basically. Metro is known for atmosphere. This, I feel, is going to be, continuing that trend of atmosphere. You can probably interact with your people, your crew on the train, and kind of talk to them. I wonder how Miller and Khan are all going to fit into the story, and Ullman and all those other characters are going to fit into the story of this game. But I feel like, you're going to have people like this guy who's shoveling coal into a furnace. I don't know how a train works, to be honest, but you're going to have this guy who's sitting here working on the train. You're going to be able to walk over to him. He's going to talk to you, give you monologue and not dialogue because you don't talk back. He's going to talk to you and just kind of give his thoughts on the journey that you guys are on, as well as, if there's families on the train, which I'm sure there will be, they'll have those depressing conversations that you get that Metro is known for at this point. And then there's this little cut scene right here. This is a little set piece right here. This train barreling through a building and saying, "Here we come. I am Sinimon." Just comes barreling through this building right here, and then it cuts to black, and we get the title of Metro Exodus. And then we do get this scene right here.
I believe there's a world out there, Artyom. I want to dream.
And then we have this other scene again, like I said, wide shots. They keep showing wide shots of, this might be another area that you can go through and just kind of explore. Like this, I don't see, they've put so much detail into this little area here that I feel like why wouldn't you explore this area? Why wouldn't you go see what this building is over here or what this crane is over here? Why wouldn't you go explore and see what there is out there in this world? I love post-apocalyptic worlds. I love this. I love the feeling. I love the lore. I love the stories of them. That's why I like Fallout a lot, because it's just, it's just a lot of darkness and somberness that I really enjoy in my games. So again, if I've ever wanted the game to be overworld, I'm not a huge fan of open world games, but if I've ever wanted the game to be open world, this would be the one that I want to be open world, because I feel like 4A would treat it with respect and not filled in with mindless nonsense such as, oh, go collect these book pages or whatever. They'll obviously have collectibles because they've always had collectibles, but I feel like they wouldn't overpack the world like Ubisoft does. They wouldn't overpack the world with just mindless collectibles and mindless side missions that amount to nothing. Shots fired. So I really hope that they if they do an open world, I really hope that it's done well, like I think they will do. And if they don't do an open world, that's totally fine with me, because I've always been invested in the stories of the game as well. So non-linear, linear, don't care. Open world, don't care. It does not matter to me. The game is going to be fantastic, and I know what I'm getting at this point with the Metro series, so I'm very excited. And I'll get fall 2018 on this game. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. I don't think a Metro game's ever been delayed, so I'm hoping it doesn't get delayed. But games these days do get delayed more often, more and more these days, so there is a slight to higher possibility of this game getting delayed, and unfortunately that's just the case with the games these days. For those of you who don't know, the best way to experience this game is on PC. I don't have a PC, but I hope to have one by the end of next year so I can play this beast of a game on my computer. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you all later. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any other trailers you want me to break down, or if you have any other questions in regards to this, I will be keeping up with this game, from here on out, just like I did with the last trailer. Any bit of news, any bit of gameplay that I can keep up with, any bit of snippets or anything, dude, I'm all over it. This game is the most anticipated game on my list of 2018, and I cannot wait to see what 4A does next. And yeah, that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if there's anything I can do for you, leave a comment below. Thanks, guys. Peace.